All of you, please turn on your cameras. Everyone, those who are in the class, please keep your cameras on. Okay, so welcome back to economics class. This is session number 1 of the day. Okay, only one class is there today. Okay, so I already told you that there are a number of errors are there in your notes there. I checked that. So please use your textbook. Okay, I already told you that if you're writing the notes there, if any doubts related with that particular word or any particular concept, it is important to refer the textbook also. Clear? So then also I observed that there are a number of mistakes are there because you not observed anything from the textbook. So showing the slides for you people, just to check it whether all these things are correct or not. So in this chapter, we already discussed about various things there. The concept of the macroeconomics there. Okay, the difference between the consumption good, capital goods, final goods, intermediate goods, stock and flow, gross investment and depreciation. Discussed or not? All these ideas are clear or not? Tell me. Tell me, all these ideas are clear or not? You know, what are consumption goods? What is capital goods? Or what are capital goods? What are final goods? Intermediate goods? The concept of stock and the concept of flow. Okay. They're clear or not? Along with the gross investment, net investment, and depreciation. Gross investment, net investment, and depreciation. Ideas are clear, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? No answers from anyone. And then I am unable to hear you people. Hello? Someone speak something? Anyone? No, I can't hear, I think. Okay, so some trouble with the headphone. Okay, let it be. Okay, so these are the basic concepts so far we discussed. And finally, the last class we discussed about the circular flow of income. Circular flow of income and methods of calculating national income. Methods of calculating a national income, in which we discussed about the product method, just started the expenditure method, right? Yes or no? Please check your notes if these things are there or not. If not, so please inform me. Okay. So these are the basic concept of this chapter. You want to understand all those things there. Then only it is helpful for you people to move forward. Okay. The next chapter also required the ideas and the concepts that what we are going to learn from this particular chapter. Okay. The first chapter. Clear? So hope these ideas are clear. So first of all, check in your notes there. What do you mean by the term macroeconomics? Macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is the study of aggregate economic variables of an economy. Aggregate, the total, all together, right? So we know that micro concept and the macro concept both are different. Clear or not? So here the economy as a whole, coming to the micro concept, we know that we are discussing about a particular unit, maybe an individual or a firm. But here coming to the macroeconomics, the entire economy, the aggregate economic variables, so demand, supply, price mechanism, and everything coming under macroeconomics. Okay. Next one, we know that just observe, check your notes there. Consumption goods. Okay. So are those which are bought by the consumers as a final or ultimate goods to satisfy their wants. They are termed as the consumption goods. Okay. Consumption goods. Check the notes there. If the things are there or not. Okay, they are durable goods and non-durable. We know that, right? Durable goods, example, car, television, radio, etc. Okay, that we are able to use for a long period of time, and is almost like a capital goods. Okay, repair needed. Okay, or depreciation will be there. Next one, non-durable goods. The services like a fruit, oil, milk, vegetables, etc. Okay, so we are consuming that. Example in your textbook, in our textbook, you can see that clothes and food are example for non-durable goods. That's from your textbook. Okay, next one, semi-durable goods. That's another category. Okay, such as crockery items. Okay, crockery items, we are unable to use that for a long period of time. Example, plastic utensils. Okay, such kind of things we are able to use for a not that much long, but no repair needed. If it is break, we will discard that, right? Yes or no? Some products are there. We will not repair it. If it is break, we will discard it. Example, disposable glass, right or not? Yes or no? Only single time use. After we will discard that. Okay. So come back. Next one, capital goods. What are capital goods? Capital goods are those final goods which are used and help in the process of production of other goods and services. Okay, plant, machine example. Plant means not a biological one. Here, plant means a factory or an industry. Clear or not? Okay, plant or a machinery, tools are example for a capital goods that we are able to use for a further production. Okay, a production of other goods and services. Other goods and services. Next one, final goods are those goods which are used either for final consumption or for investment. Okay, so final goods is purchased by a individual customer for his own use. We can say that he the end consumer, end user of that product, or we are able to invest also. Investment in the sense, what is that? What is that? In industries, we are purchasing machines, which means we are investing money in that industry, right or not? Our money that turn into a machine, that machine will use in the production. So that's a type of investment, capital investment, capital investment. So that are physical properties, right or not? We are able to use that for a long period of time. If we are using that, our self-consumption. For example, we yesterday we discussed about the wheat miller hotelier, right or not? So a hotelier purchase the wheat from the miller. Okay, the hotelier can convert the wheat into chapatis, right or not? Okay, our individual household purchasing that wheat from the miller means what will happen? What will happen? Huh? Is able to make any profit from that? No. Okay. He is the final user of that flour, wheat flour, right or not? He will make chapati and he or she will consume that, right? He will not sell that in the market. But if it is a hotelier, he is able to sell that in the market to make more money. Okay. So value, he is able to increase the value. Okay. It includes final consumer goods and final production goods. They are not meant for a resale, not for a resale. If you are selling also, you will not get the price. Okay, so no value is added to these goods. Their value is included in the national income. So no value is added to these goods. Their value is included in the national income. The value of the final goods are included in the national income. So I already discussed with you people GDP, gross domestic product, the total value of okay, or the final value of all goods and services. Okay, final goods, value of final goods is coming under GDP. Okay, so check there, all these things are correct, right? There is no mistakes in your notes. Check it. If any mistakes are there, please correct it. The third time I'm repeating all these things there because I don't want you people to create any mistake there. Clear? Because they're much important. Very much important these concepts are. Okay. Fine. Moving forward. Intermediate good. Discuss from your textbook. Check in that. Check in the textbook and your notes also. Intermediate goods are those goods which are used either for the resale or for further production. Example for intermediate goods are milk used by a tea shop for selling tea. Clear? Clear? No doubt in that, right? Intermediate good. The goods that we are able to produce some other goods there. Okay. So again, the case of farmer, right? Farmer to the miller, it is the intermediate good. The wheat is intermediate good, right? To produce the wheat flour. Okay. To be in between the wheat flour and chapati, who's there? The hotelier is there. So for hotelier, the wheat flour is a intermediate one. Okay. So just remember that. Check the note. Is these things the things are correct or not? Anila Mohanan, the things are correct or not? When errors are there, means correct it. Okay, fine. Next one, stock, the concept of stock. Okay, quantity of an economic variable which is measured at a particular point of time. So remember, with the stock, it's a particular point of time, Stock has no time dimension. Stock is a static concept. Static concept at a particular period of time. Static one. Example, wealth, water in a tank. So you can see that in your textbook, there is a concept related with filling of water in one particular water tank. We read that, right? Check it. This concept. I mean, the concept of stock related with a particular point of time. It is static. Okay. Next one, flow. Okay. Flow is the quantity of an economic variable which is measured during a period of time. Okay. So flow, the concept is a period of time for a particular period of time, not a point of time, but a period of time. Flow has time dimension like per hour, per day, etc. Flow is a dynamic concept. Dynamic concept. It's moving, right or not? So, like example, investment is like that, and water in a stream also like that. It is moving. Continuous flow is there. Continuous flow is there. It is not stagnated or it is not static. Okay, clear? Clear or not? So the stock and flow concept is important for us moving forward. Investment, we know that. Investment, are the two types of investment. One is growth investment, the other is a net investment. Okay, so investment is the net addition made to the existing stock of capital. Okay, investment is the addition made to the existing stock of capital. So we are adding something. Okay, to the existing stock of capital. Capital in the capital means maybe in the form of machines, in the form of own assets or own account assets like buildings, land. Okay, everything is coming under that. And the concept of net investment, we know that net investment is always equal to gross investment minus depreciation. So the term is there for you people. Depreciation. What is that? What is depreciation? You wrote or not? Check in your note. What is depreciation? So all answers for 1 mark questions. Okay, depreciation. If it is not, so write down. Depreciation refers to a fall in the value of a fixed asset due to normal wear and tear, passage of time, and expect obsolescence. So you can see that thing in the textbook, exactly the same one. Okay, there is no difference. Okay, write down. If any error is there, you check, correct it. Just correct it. Okay, fine. Moving forward. Next one, we discussed in the previous class, the circular flow of income. Circular flow of income in a two-sector model economy. So there's a question I asked yesterday for you people. What are the peculiarities of a simple economy? Peculiarities of a simple economy. Amal, tell me, what are the peculiarities of a simple economy? Amal, what
Yes,
are the
sir.
peculiarities of a simple economy? Yeah, tell me.
There will not be a
It's not clear. Your notes, check in your notes and tell me. And Josephine, what is that answer? What are the peculiarities of a simple economy? And Josephine, are you there? Not there. Escaped. Okay, Grishma Joshi.
In a simple economy, aggregate consumption of goods and services by households is equal to the consumption by the goods and services produced by the industry.
Okay, fine. My question is, what are the peculiarities of a simple economy? So, okay, you told that correct. Okay, producers are there, consumers are there, right? Okay. Any other peculiarities are there for the simple economy? Any specialities are there for a simple economy? Can anyone tell me?
No government interference.
No government interference, correct?
No tax.
No taxation. Okay, there is no government interference means there is no taxation, correct? Then
No leakage of money.
no leakage of money because the economy is a closed economy. There is no exports and imports. Then one more important factor. What is that? There is no saving with the people. There is no saving with the people. Okay, the 100% of income that receiving by the household, they are spending that in the market to purchase the different products. Clear or not? Clear or not? And I already told you that to use a concept to read and analyze the textbook yesterday. Okay, what is that? There is not only one producer, there is not only one consumer. Millions of producers are there. That many consumers also are there in society. So check it. Okay, so here it is, the circular flow of a two-sector economy. So we know that producers are there, I mean firms here. Okay, next one. And households are the constituents in a two-sector economy. So these are the two groups of people we are able to find in a two-sector economy. One side it is the households, the other side it is the business firms. Other side, business firms. Okay, clear or not? So this diagram is somewhat a trouble for you people because the diagram that you draw in your book, this side business firms, okay, left side business side, sorry, business firms, and right side households, right side household. But the flow is correct only. Flow is correct only, right or not? Okay, so don't go for any confusion here. It's not confusing at all. Okay, just side changed, that only. Okay, so households that are providing what the business firms. Okay, here labor, land, capital, and enterprise that's providing by the household to the business firms. So business firm will pay back factor payments in the form of wages, rent, interest, and profit. The diagram is clear for you? Okay, fine. So I'm not discussing this. You just understand your diagram, So if I'm discussing again, it will create a confusion for you people. So the diagram, what you draw in your textbook, I mean, in your note and in your textbook, check it there because the side is changed here. Okay, let it be. So producers are there and households are there. Okay, the households give factors of production to the firm and firms in turn supply goods and services to the households. Clear? So we are able to purchase these goods and services only from the firms there. The firms are producing that. Okay, they are the producers of goods and services and the households are able to purchase from them. Okay, clear or not? Next concept for us. Oh, yesterday we wrote it. Gross domestic product at market price. Write down. Gross domestic product. Okay. GDP for MP. Okay. GDP MP. Gross domestic product at a market price. Okay, write down. It is the money value of all final goods and services produced during an accounting year within the domestic territory of a country. Within the domestic territory of a country. Clear or not? Clear or not? So this term, it is important. Within the domestic territory of a country. Okay, for market price. Moving. So write down, write down, write down. Okay, completed. Okay. Next one. Gross national product. GNP MP. Gross national product at market price. GNP. You can see GNP. Gross national product for, what is that? At market price. MP. MP, market price. What is that? It is the money value of all final goods and services produced by a country during an accounting year, including net factor income from abroad. Okay. including net factor income from abroad, which means remittances or multinational companies that are operating in other countries, basically from India. Okay, their profits, everything is coming under this category. Net factor income from abroad. So it is factor income. You know what is factor income, right? Right? It is the income that what we are receiving for providing land, labor, organizer, okay, and capital investment for production. For production. That's what net factor income. Net factor income from abroad. So difference is here. So you can see gross domestic product within the domestic territory, within the country. Okay, within the domestic territory, within the country. But coming to the gross national product means what is that? Okay, it is include the factor income from abroad also. Factor income from other countries. But coming to the gross domestic product, it is not. We are able to find here. There is nothing from the abroad. Okay. Next, just write down. Just write down. If complete means inform me.
Sir, can you show the previous slide?
Yeah, one more time. Here it is. Moving forward. Next one, net factor income from abroad. So in the previous section, in the gross national product, we came across a word. What is that? Net factor income. Then what is this net factor income? Net factor income from abroad. Write down. It is the difference between the factor incomes earned by our residents from abroad and factor income earned by non-residents within our country. Clear? Write down. So one mark answer. Net factor income. Example, think that there are 20 people working in abroad and they received an income of 1,500 rupees. Okay, in one accounting year for easy calculation. Okay, so NRIs, non-residential Indians, they're working in other countries. The same time, nearly 50 people working in India from other countries. Okay, so we have to send rupees 1,000 for them as the factor income. Okay, net factor income. Sorry, payment. Okay, net factor payment, factor payment. Okay, so the difference between the income that earned by the Indians, those who working abroad, and other people, those who working in India from other countries, that is the net factor income. So 1,500 minus 1,000. The answer is 500 here, right? You got that idea? The idea clear? So this 500 is the net factor income. Okay, from abroad. From abroad. Okay, so please observe it. Difference between the factor incomes earned by our residents from abroad and the factor income earned by non-residents within our country. Okay. Okay. So completed, everyone? Completed? Ashish Bindi, Shubham, Hanna, Grishma, Anju Sibi, Anila Mohan, and Pavitra KR. Aditya, cameras are off. What happened? Okay, screen sharing. So that's it. I am now watching Shubham's screen. Okay, Shubham Pal, what are you doing there? Huh? Shubham Pal, where are you?
Sir, touch problem is there.
Is there? Fine. So let me check my security. Okay. My security is okay now. Okay, so the things are fine for you. I think so. Next topic. Components of net factor income from abroad. What are the components of net factor income? So remember, you people, these concepts are very much important. Calculations are there for us. Clear or not? So you want to know what is this net factor income, what is this gross domestic product, what is this net values, okay, or gross values. That the things are, you want to keep that things in your mind in a crystal clear form, crystal clear form. Then only we are able to calculate, or else definitely the calculations will go wrong there. So understand it properly, learn it properly, these ideas. Okay, so here, components of net factor income from abroad. What are the components of net factor income from abroad? What are they? Okay, first of all, net compensation of employees. What is the compensation for employees? What is that? What are compensation for employees? Employees are spending their time and their physical or mental ability, right or not? Okay, so what we are able to give as a compensation for them, if you are a factory owner, tell me, what will you give?
Wages.
Of course, there's no doubt in that. Okay, the remuneration for the labor, what is that? Wages or salary? Wages or a salary? No doubt at all. Okay, so it is a remuneration, or we will use the term here. It is the compensation for them. Compensation for the employees. It is what? The wages. Wages. Okay, that is the compensation. Okay, that is the one component of a, one component of a net factor income. Net factor income from abroad. What is that? Net compensation of employees. Net compensation of employees. Next topic, next component. Net income from property and entrepreneurship other than retained earnings of resident companies of abroad. Okay, so the Indians, they are able to purchase property, okay, or they are able to start industries, okay, in other countries. Already we studied in class 10 multinational companies, right? The companies are operating from different companies. So there are a number of Indian multinational companies are there. The profit earned by them also a component of net factor income, because they have to invest money, right or not? Capital investment is necessary. Okay, if they are the organizer, they definitely they will receive a profit also. Okay, profit also. So that also coming under this category of components of net factor income from abroad. Next one, net retained earning of residents companies abroad. Okay, the earning of the companies, Indian companies that are functioning in other countries, clear or not? So that are the components of net factor income. Net factor income. Okay, come on, write down. Okay, so that are the components of net factor income abroad. Next one, yesterday you wrote a different formulas there, right? To find out NNP. What is NNP? What is that? What is NNP? Check there, you wrote that. NNPMP.
National product.
Not wrote. NDPMP. Wrote or not? Okay, so net national product. So just write down these equations there. I will explain it again. Okay, NNP, net national product for market price. MP for market price. FC means we know that factor cost, right? Okay, so NNP is equal to GNP, gross national product for market price minus depreciation. NDPMP, okay, net domestic product for market price is equal to GDPMP, okay, gross domestic product for market price minus depreciation. NDPFC, okay, FC means factor cost, that is Okay, so plus please write down. We will explain one by one. First of all, NNP MP is equal to. So here you write all these MP and FCs are as subscripts there. Okay, subscripts there. Example NNP MP. Okay, MP in bracket like subscripts. Okay, or here it is NDP FC. Okay, down subscripts. You subscripts there. So first one, NNP is equal to GNP market price minus depreciation. First one. Second one, NDP is equal to GDP for market price minus depreciation. Minus depreciation. Next one, NDPFC factor cost is equal to NDP minus net indirect taxes. Okay. So net indirect taxes means indirect tax minus subsidies. Want to know what is indirect tax and subsidies? Want to discuss that? Okay, just write down now. Okay. So already we discussed about the subsidies in Indian economic development. Remember that? Huh? Subsidies related with agricultural products. I mean, agricultural inputs. Discussed or not? Then tell me what is subsidies or what are these subsidies? Anybody? Hmm? What are subsidies? No answers.
When some private firms
Hmm.
sell product, it could be for a very high price. So the government takes the responsibility to ensure that everyone gets the good at a lower price. So government bears some cost.
Definitely. Okay. A proportionate cost will pay by the government. Okay. So that are basically termed as subsidies. Okay. So write down that GNP. Sorry. NDPFC is equal to NDPMP minus net indirect taxes. Okay. Indirect taxes means indirect tax. I mean, net indirect taxes means indirect tax minus subsidies. Okay. Next one, GDPFC. That is NDPFC plus depreciation. Next one, NNPFC is equal to GDP minus depreciation plus net factor income from abroad minus net indirect taxes. Net indirect taxes. Okay. So write this also. NNPFC is the sum total of factor income earned by normal residents of a country during the accounting year. So within the domestic territory. Okay. Normal residents means the people those living within the territory of the country. They are the normal residents. Okay. NNPFC. Net national product for factor cost. Okay. Next one. NNPFC is equal to, last one. NNPFC is equal to NDP, net domestic product for factor cost, plus net factor income from abroad. Net factor income from abroad. Okay. So now you know what is this depreciation. Okay. Clear or not? Now you wrote what do you mean by this net indirect taxes. Wrote or not? Not wrote. No one wrote. Okay. Okay, let it be. We will discuss that. Now you know that what is depreciation. Okay. So, and factor income from abroad. You know that, right? What do you mean by the net factor income from abroad? And what are the components of net factor income from abroad? Okay, so learn those things for tomorrow. These equations, don't make any mistakes there, don't make any errors there. So formulas, please write down properly. Okay, 1 more minute for you people. Please check it and write properly. Okay, done. Okay, next one. Concept of domestic or economic territory. What do you mean by domestic territory? Domestic territory. I already told you that the difference between NRIs, non-residential Indians, and residential, normal. Okay, normal residents. Okay, so difference is there. So concept of domestic. So leave it. Okay, concept of domestic territory. What is the concept of domestic territory? So for calculating GDP, okay, so first case we already observed that it is only discussing about the production within the domestic territory. Clear? So what is the concept of the domestic territory? Write down. Domestic territory is a geographical territory. So one mark answer. Okay, domestic territory is a geographical territory. Domestic territory is a geographical territory. So geographical territory of the country, boundary lines of our country. Okay, the geographical territory administrated by a government or ruled by a government. Okay, administrated by a government within which, within which, within which persons, comma, goods and capital circulated freely. Okay, in short, we can say areas of operation generating domestic income, freedom of circulation of persons, goods, and capital. Okay, so within a domestic territory, we are able to move from, or we are free to move from one area to another within the territory. Or goods also we are able to sell from anybody, sell to anyone within that particular territory. Clear? That's what a domestic territory. Domestic territory. Okay, write down 1 minute for you. Please write down. So, how the domestic territory is different from the abroad or international territories? How it is different? Here we are free, but though other country means we are not free there, right or not? Restrictions are there. So within the domestic territory, no restrictions at all for the movement of people or the movement of goods and services. Goods and services, no restrictions at all. Okay, but if other country, if it's other country, definitely we will undergo the problem, that is freedom is not there. Okay, restrictions are there. Okay, so this is the concept of a domestic territory. Understand that. Domestic territory, domestic territory. That's what gross, what product, what product, domestic within the territory of the country. Okay, if it is completed means just inform me. Sorry. Completed, Aditya?
No, sir.
Come on, make it fast. Done, Aditya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So moving forward. Okay, residents. Okay, who's a resident or who's a normal resident? Normal resident. Write down. Normal resident is a person or an institution who ordinarily resides in that country and whose center of economic interest lies in that country. So within the country, clear or not? Okay, here we used a one word, center of economic interest. Center of economic interest. So here in the bracket, you can see the center of economic interest implies the residence lives or is located within the economic territory, I mean the domestic territory. The resident carries out the basic economic activities of earnings, spending, and accumulation from that location. Okay, so he's earning money, he's spending money, or he making assets all within that territory only. His center of interest lies in that country. Okay, so his center of interest is lies that in that country. So he's a normal resident. He lives there, he's working there, he's earning there, he's making assets there. Okay, everything is related with that territory only. That territory only. Is that clear? Okay, he is termed as a or she is termed as a normal resident. Okay, maybe a person or an institution or a company. Clear? Clear or not? So don't think that a resident means just an individual, but a company also. Here it is considering as a resident. Right now. Done. Okay. So listen carefully. Please write down properly. Don't make any errors there. Okay. Next one. Next concept. Relationship between national product and domestic product. Hereafter, these two words will come for us. The meaning of these two words are different. Clear or not? Clear. Or how it is connected. Okay. So just observe it clearly. National product and domestic product. So domestic means we got an idea there. What is that? Within the domestic territory, right? Right? Okay. So here it is. Domestic product concept is based on the production units located within domestic territory. Right down. Okay. Domestic product concept is based on the production units located within domestic territory, domestic economic territory, operated both by residents and non-residents. Okay, so company that in with functioning within the country, it is operating by the residents of India or non-residents of India. That is not a problem. So national product concept based on a resident and includes their contribution to the production both within and outside the economic territory. That's what the difference between domestic product and national product. Okay, so what is the difference here? National product means it's a concept based on the residents and that includes their contribution to the production both within the country and outside the economic territory, abroad also. Okay, within the country and abroad. So that is national product. Write down. Okay, so check here. National product is equal to domestic product plus a resident's contribution to production outside the economic territory. That means factor income from abroad. Okay, so domestic product plus factor income from abroad minus non-resident contribution to production minus non-resident contribution to the production inside the territory. Okay, that is factor income to abroad. So if any non-Indians, if they are working in the institutions in India, we have to pay them, right or not? Right or not? So that amount should reduce from what? Domestic products. Clear or not? Okay. So non-resident contribution to production inside the economic territory, that is factor income to abroad. To abroad, it is moving to abroad. Here it is factor income from abroad coming to India. Okay, write down. It is completed, inform me. Completed? Yes. Okay, it's almost the time to wind up the session. Aditya, completed, Aditya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tomorrow it's a holiday. Yeah, Sunday actually. There's no other reasons for the holiday. It is Sunday tomorrow. Okay, so sit at home, just learn all these concepts properly, right? Okay, everyone, learn this concept properly, and we will meet in the next class and we'll start some calculations there. So these concepts are very much important. Learn it properly. Okay, okay, everyone. Thank you. We will meet in the next class.